Bonjour, hi! For those of you who have been around for a little while now, you might be familiar with the series that's called Coffee Talk, so that's what we're here for today. Originally, the idea behind the series Coffee Talk was just to film videos here and there where I sit down, sip a cup of coffee, and just talk about whatever has been on my mind lately. But I had a conversation with a friend of mine earlier this week where we talked about my goals and what I wanted to do with this channel and what were my intentions and everything, and then we just brainstormed and he suggested that I made the Coffee Talk series a weekly thing, and I thought that was a great idea, so here we are. Officially, it's not the first Coffee Talk because I've had Coffee Talks before, but it is the first official video that is part of the series where it's intended to be posted every week. So welcome! If that wasn't clear, every Friday now I will sit down with a cup of coffee and just talk about whatever has been on my mind for the past week. So now we're doing it for the first week and we're here for it. So let's jump right in. The biggest thing that has been on my mind recently for the past week has definitely been the fact that I made the decision to switch to English on here. So if you haven't seen it, I made an announcement video a little earlier this week just to address the situation and explain the reason behind this choice and why I've made it. Obviously, there's a part of me that's kind of second guessing this decision because, well, for judgmental reasons, and I know that some people are going to have thoughts about it and are going to criticize and judge me for making this choice and making this decision, but I see it as a bigger picture, and frankly that helps me to just put everything in perspective and really just clear my head about whatever doubt I would have. So that was the main thing that occupied my mind this week. The other big subject that I've had thoughts about is my professional life. I keep telling people in my family, my friends, my inner circle that I am going to go freelance, but I always talk about it in the future, so I don't know if it's a coping mechanism to like postpone it and not take the leap of faith that I need to take to do this, because it is kind of scary to me to just go out there, get clients, make a name for myself, offer services, and yeah, part of me is really scared, but part of me is also very excited because I keep telling myself if I don't do it now, I'm probably never going to do it. I'm probably never going to get that opportunity again to actually be my own boss and do what it is that I truly like to do and offer the services I want to offer and just enjoy work the way I want to enjoy it, right? So that's going on in here still. It has been going on and it's still going on. I'm still trying to like get a decent plan and figure out what it is that I need to do in order to actually kickstart this project. I know what I have to do, but I'm not precisely sure about where to start. Like, I know what the steps are. It's just taking that first initiative and, you know, get it going. This is where I'm like, I feel stuck. But I'll do it one step at a time and just follow my instinct, and I have a pretty good gut feeling, I'd like to say. Deep down, I know that this is the right decision for me, that this is the right path, and that I'm where I need to be, but it's still scary, right? To just be out there. And lastly, what I'd say has been on my mind, and it's kind of related to that second subject that I just spoke about, but it's finances. For those of you who don't know, I've lost my job a little longer than a month ago. I didn't question it, and that's okay, and this is in my past now, it's behind me. And the thing is, I'm not looking for a job, right, because of the freelance thing I just spoke about, so I'm not actively looking for a job, but I'm also not actively working towards this freelance project, so I'm in between two gigs right now, which puts me in a tricky situation financially. I have a roof over my head, I have supportive friends, I have a supportive family who would and will help me if ever I need the help. I've always been financially independent from like well, not an early age, but once I started working and going to school and having a rent to pay, and I've been financially independent. So for me to now possibly, maybe, probably not, but if I do end up being in a critical situation, then having to go towards those people who offered their help and being like, hey, you know, so that's it. But I'm not, again, I eat the food that I want to eat, I go out, I do some activities, I paid my rent. I do have a certain type of lifestyle that I would like to continue to live, but for that to happen, I need a steady or a assured source of income. So that's how life works. You can't just go around, live your best life and not pay anything. That's not how it works, sadly. But, and then last but not least, I intended to just talk about 3 main things, but then one just popped up on top of my head, is content creation. One of the beauties of not having a job anymore is that I have a lot of free time, and I have a lot of time to dedicate to content creation, whether that's photos, reels, YouTube videos, editing. Yeah, well, that's pretty much it. I've had so much time and so much fun making this that part of me is kind of afraid to lose it if ever I either go freelance and work on projects that aren't mine necessarily. And the thing is, I like it so much, I enjoy it so much that I see it, I have this vision that I can actually make this my full-time job. But in order to get there, there are steps and there are goals that I need to achieve. I can't just give it all my energy and my time for financial reasons that I've mentioned 2 minutes ago. But I do want to make this dream come true. I've been on social media for 10 years, and had I kept going when I was 14, I would probably be there today. And it kind of sucks because I did not follow my gut and I did not follow this passion, because everyone would keep making fun of me or would keep questioning this passion I had about making videos and putting myself out there on the internet, on social media. But here I am still, back on YouTube for almost a year now and loving it. Call me delusional, but I really want to make this work. I have this like feeling inside of me that this is what I'm meant to do. So yeah, on that note, I strongly suggest you hit that subscribe button, because this is what truly helps me. And if you would like to just follow me on the daily and see what I'm up to these days, you can also follow me on Instagram or on TikTok, where I post just random stuff, honestly. That wraps it up for today's coffee talk. Thank you for being here. Thank you for taking the time to watch this. I will see you next week for our next coffee talk, and in the meantime, I'm wishing you a bonne journée.